My name is Hamilton. I am nothing rhymes with Hamilton. Lanolin. I'll find it. Hamilton, Familton, Whamilton. Here to buy tickets to Hamilton, but I'm afraid it's a Scamilton. That guy knows what I'm talking about.
Welcome to Garbage Time. I'm your host, Katie Nolan. Tonight on the show, we play Horse or Hamilton. We premiere our newest segment, Garbage Time Confessions, featuring Brian Scalabrine, and we get our first ever spin-off show. Big show today. But first, it seems everything in sports these days is about bringing the fans in the game closer together through technology. We've got instant replay, mics on players, and 15 cameras mounted inside an inflatable carrot stick in the end zone. While we're probably approaching the limit of how close fans can get to the game on the field, we've barely scratched the surface on how close we can get to the game off the field. For instance, fans can own a part of the publicly traded Green Bay Packers, but they still can't tell Eddie Lacy what not to eat. It's not fair. And sure, fans can select teams of their own players on DraftKings or FanDuel, but they still aren't allowed to actually cut the players who don't perform for them. Like Fat Eddie Lacy. The truth is, fantasy football and Madden and all these things, they're just not enough to scratch that sports fan God complex anymore. I need more. Sure, I can watch the games, bet on the games, tweet about the games, and periscope myself during the games, doing all these things, but you know what I can't do? Name the teams, or pick the players, or call the plays. And that's just ridiculous. It's 2016. How am I supposed to enjoy something that I have no say in whatsoever? What, I'm supposed to just trust that Bill Belichick is better at calling plays than I am? I've never been given a chance. There's no way to know if that's actually true. That is, until now.
In February of 2017, a new Utah team will take the field as the 11th member of the Indoor Football League.
Utah's new indoor football team promises to be more fan-driven than any pro team in history.
It's called Project Fanchise. It's the first of its kind where fans choose everything: a future GM, head coach, roster, mascot, even calling some of the plays. It will all be decided through an app by online vote.
This isn't a franchise, it's a fanchise.
Ah, I get it. They dropped the R and they made the word take on a whole new meaning. I'm from Boston, so that really resonates with me. I think I'm in on this, though. Hey, franchise guys, Fanchise guys, tell me more.
We're making history with the first ever fan-run pro sports franchise.
It's Fanchise!
I want to change what it means to be a fan.
The day that a franchise beats a traditional team is the day that the game changes forever.
We're excited to be here, and we want to bring football back.
We're going to surround this team with the most incredible group of people and professionals that the world has ever seen.
They got the Avengers? That's amazing. Okay, I'm in. I'm sufficiently fired the up now. Did that one guy have a GoPro on his head? What was that even for? I don't care. Let's go. This idea is almost too good. How can we be sure it's real? Well, head to the Fanchise website and direct your attention to one of their frequently asked questions. Is this a real team in a real league? And their answer, yes, this is a real team in the Indoor Football League. You remember a guy by the name of Kurt Warner? This is the same league his team, the Iowa Barnstormers, is in. Think about it. One of the greatest QBs in NFL history played on a team in this league. That's as real as it gets. It sure is. It's like I've always said, if there's two guys I'd strive to model my football career after, the first would be Kurt Warner, obviously, and the second would be Mark Wahlberg when he tried out for the Eagles that one time. And just in case you're still skeptical about the realness of Fanchise, they use the word real 15 times on their website. So it's a good sign it's def legit. I never trust anything is real unless it goes out of its way to tell me, like J-Lo. Or Easy Cheese. This is incredible. Fans pick the players, fans pick the city, fans call the plays in a real game. That's amazing. And if you're thinking, Katie, no, it isn't. That's a terrible idea because the internet makes bad decisions. Don't worry. They make fans jump through a bunch of hoops on the app and answer football trivia questions in order to prove they know enough, and then they're allowed to chime in. It's basically just like the experience every woman has at a sports bar. But there is one thing they're letting everyone pick: the team name.
Well, there are two very clear leaders in the voting, and it is hard to imagine a team owner going with either of them, but it's entertaining to imagine.
Interactivity begins with the name, and fans have two clear favorites: Teamy McTeamface and the Stormin' Mormons. CEO of the yet-to-be-named Utah team, Sohrab Faroudi, is not rooting for Teamy McTeamface.
Hopefully it doesn't win, because those logo options are going to be, I'm not interested to see what those look like.
You're not? What is wrong with you? I want to see what they look like. Are you kidding me? Teamy McTeamface? I want to see that logo so badly. I already started working on it. Check this out. Oh my God, Team McT. Do you get it? Because the mascot's a team, and it's a team, so it's a helmet on a helmet. Where do I submit this? Because the internet obviously picked Teamy McTeamface, right?
What's going on, Fanchise? I want to just thank you guys for all the support you guys have given us. You guys have finally found us a name, and it's called the Screaming Eagles. Let's go, baby.
No! What? How can we let this happen? Sarab! That was so rude. This team was supposed to give me everything I want, damn it. I'm starting to doubt that this Fanchise really values me as a fan. /scout/GM/play caller /Khaleesi. That's horrifying. And that's a shame, because I was all in on this thing. I mean, I already started working on some original choreography for an end zone dance that I thought you guys should do, and I was gonna film it and post it on your website and ask people to vote for it, but I bet you wouldn't even do anything for me if I did that. Wait, what's this? The person whose video wins the most votes, we'll fly him out and sit him next to the end zone, so when we score, we'll put him on the Jumbotron and he can do the dance alongside the players. I'm back in. I'm a she, and I notice you just only use male pronouns, but that counts. I want to be in the Jumbotron. I want a free trip to Salt Lake City, and I get to dance with my favorite stars, the players that I picked to be on the team. This is amazing. There's no way I don't become best friends with those guys, and I've always wanted rich, famous athlete friends.
There are no millionaires on the field in this league. Each player makes about $250 per game, plus room and board during the season.
You said $250? A round trip flight from here to Salt Lake City is like $400, $500. They're gonna pay more to get me there to dance like an idiot than they pay the actual players to actually play the game? That's awesome! Fans over everything. Screw players. This team is so legit. There's really only one question left to ask. And conveniently enough for this bit that we're doing, CBSSports.com asked it. What kind of coach would want to serve as a glorified mime while the fans call the shots? Me. Unfortunately, I'm stuck in this box, but as soon as I get out. Listen, I saw on the website that if you donate to the Indiegogo campaign, you could be an assistant defensive coordinator, or an assistant offensive coordinator, or assistant special teams coordinator, and those sound great, but your girl doesn't assist. That's my boyfriend's job. Hey, boo. Let me coach this thing. Seriously, I've got all the qualifications. I'm well-versed in listening to the internet. Been kind of doing that for years. I'm constantly on my cell phone during football games anyway, so that's nothing new for me. I have zero football coaching experience, so I'm not going to get mad when the internet makes me run a dumb play, or get defensive when the internet calls a better play than I did, Pete Carroll. And most importantly, I'm a lady. You've got way too many bros in your organization right now. Way too many. You look like a typical football team. But you're not that, remember? You're different. So get out ahead of this one. Get yourself a woman. And not just any woman, head coach Katie Nolan. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back with more Garbage Timey McGarbage Time Face. Welcome back to Garbage Time, ladies. This weekend there are two major events happening in New York. That's it, just two. On Saturday, we've got the Belmont Stakes, and on Sunday, we've got the Tony Awards, or, as they might as well be called, the Hamiltons. Because Hamilton's gonna win every award. Not sure why they didn't ask me to host with jokes like that. Anyway, with all the buzz, I figured New Yorkers would be able to tell the names of Hamilton characters from the names of horses at the Belmont. Right? Right? Right?
Have you seen Hamilton?
I have seen Hamilton.
You have?
I have.
How did you get tickets?
Rich dad.
Oh. I'm gonna read a name. You say horse if you think it's a horse.
Okay.
Hamilton if it's a character in Hamilton.
Okay.
Say any other words, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Here we go. Marquis.
Horse.
That's a character in Hamilton. That's okay. It takes a little while to get into a rhythm. Governor Malibu.
Hamilton.
Horse. Seabury.
That's a horse.
That's Hamilton. You were so confident.
Sorry.
Seabury.
Horse.
Hamilton. Yeah. Seabury.
Horse.
Hamilton. Angelica.
Horse.
Hamilton. Marquis.
Hamilton.
Yes. I knew you'd get back up on that
that
horse.
Brr. Yo, I have no idea. Hamilton?
Yes. Yes. Jefferson.
Horse.
No, it was Hamilton. Angelica.
Horse.
Hamilton.
I don't know if that's a trick question.
It's
I
the
thought
answer's right there. Jefferson.
Horse.
That's Hamilton. Skylar.
Horse.
That is Hamilton. Exaggerator.
Hamilton.
That's a horse. Okay. On this next one, whatever you think it is, say the opposite, okay?
Okay.
King George III.
Hamilton.
Yes! Skylar.
Hamilton!
What is this dance we're doing? What song is in your head right now? Because I'm listening to like Fetty Wap. Hercules Mulligan.
Horse.
It's Hamilton. Hercules Mulligan.
Okay. Horse. Yeah.
That's Hamilton, bro. Hercules Mulligan.
Hamilton.
Yes! What? No one gets that one right. I'd say drop the mic, but it's expensive. So you drop it and I'll catch it. Ready, go. Oh! Destin.
Horse.
Yes! Skylar.
Hamilton.
Yes. Madison.
James. Hamilton.
Hamilton. Man, you crushed that.
Thank you.
And I know, as you know, tickets to Hamilton are really hard to get. Since you did so well at this game,
Really?
we are not going to give you a prize. We don't have any prizes to give you, but hopefully someday you can go to see Hamilton. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Get away from me.
All right.
Moving on. This show we've got here, don't know if you know, it's called Garbage Time. You should really know that. But do you know where the term garbage time comes from? It's the time at the end of the sports match game contest where the starters sit down and the scrubs get to shine, which is why we named the show after it, Scrub. I'm not the only one who's made a career out of garbage time. Lots of players have too. And they've got stuff they want to confess, which brings us to our newest segment, Garbage Time Confessions. And for our first installment, who better to sit down with than the White Mamba himself, the king of garbage time, Brian Scalabrine.
Garbage Time Confessions.
In Chicago, when we scored 100 points, McDonald's had this giveaway where you can bring your ticket and get a free Big Mac. So I check in the game, and we're going back and forth. Now, the score is 99 to 79. But at the moment when I got the ball, there was 22 seconds left to go in the game, and the shot clock was turned off. Yes, we were up 20. No, we didn't want to rub it into the other team. The crowd, they stood up to their feet, begging me to help them get a Big Mac. So they started to get on me. But I pointed at Tom Thibodeau, and I said, it's his fault. And then after the buzzer sound, the crowd, all 20,000 booed like they never booed before. Because not only did I not get my bucket, but they did not get their Big Mac. The next day, I called up one of the radio stations and I said, listen, for the first 500 people that bring in their ticket to McDonald's, I will pay for your Big Mac. I felt that bad about letting down those people. Now, I wasn't gonna drop 20K on it, I can tell you that right now, but 500, I can handle that because I let the people down.
Garbage Time Confessions.
I was always a garbage time player. From the time I got drafted to the Nets, they were chanting my name in Boston and in Chicago. I like to look over at the head coach and start to see them sweat a little bit because they got to mathematically figure out in their head, can I put Scalabrine in here and can he not blow an 18-point lead? And then you start hearing the chirps from the sideline, mostly from me, like, come on, coach, give the people what they want. I mean, that kind of pressure, it can really crumble a coach.
Garbage Time Confessions.
So going into a garbage time situation, I came with the same mindset. I need to get one bucket for the people. I'll tell you, one time, a point guard, we'll keep his name out of it, kept shooting the ball. And I'll tell you what, 20,000 people booed him. They did not want to see some guy try to pad his stats during garbage time. Know your role. If Scalabrine's out there, you better get him a bucket.
Garbage time confessions.
So we're in Cleveland, and these guys are starving since LeBron has left. So they're looking for any glimmer of hope. The fans of Cleveland turned, just like the fans of Russia in Rocky IV. They started to cheer my name. So I went into the game with 3 minutes to go. I had 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 block. And it may not sound like a lot to you, but if you project that out to 48 minutes, that's 64, 16, 16, and 16. It could possibly be the greatest performance of NBA history. When the Mamba strikes, the whole world listens. And sometimes I saw fear in the eyes. 6'9", only the strong survive tattoo. Only God can judge me. But they were afraid of being snake bit by the white mamba.
Hey sports fans, remember this? This week last year, Kyrie Irving addressed the media, saying he would be out for the remainder of the NBA Finals after fracturing his kneecap. More importantly, an intrepid reporter noticed this tattoo on Irving's arm. Friends? The show? Ross Geller? But after the Cavs played an inspired series, many wondered if Cleveland was better off without Kyrie. Perhaps they also wondered, what would Friends be like if Kyrie was on the show?
So no one told you that was gonna be this way. The Cavs are broke a joke, the better when you don't play. The Cavs don't need you, someone else can shoot the ball. The Cavs don't need you, LeBron would rather have Chris Paul. The Cavs don't need you, and they wouldn't miss love too.
Boy, that looks like a swell program. Kyrie has a Friends tattoo, so next time you watch the Cavs, remember this.
We're not gonna keep going with the show, right? Pack it up. That's it. Good job, 40. Welcome back to Garbage Time, guys. It's time for ad drop. Oh, man, tough act to follow on my own damn show. First up, I'm going to add Recycle Time, Garbage Time's first ever spin-off show.
Hey guys, this is Jeremy with the Bridgeport Bluefish for their very special edition of Recycle Time, and we are going to drop Katie Nolan, rightfully so, with the show Garbage Time for not knowing what a bluefish is. Just going to drop some knowledge on you. A bluefish is a fish mostly found on the East Coast.
Huge fan of the show, guys. Keep up the good work. Still can't wait to find out what a bluefish is, but maybe next episode. You didn't have time. And I'm going to drop Viceland, the new channel from Vice, because Friday night, while they were live streaming Governor's Ball, they had some unexpected time to kill, and this happened.
Today, they decided it would be a good idea to put me on live television. Keep in mind, at any moment, the Strokes could come on, and they're way cooler than I am. Anyway, they're still not on, so I'm going to move on to my second tip. I'm sorry?
You seem like
This
you're
is
doing
dead
okay
air.
there. I kind of want you to keep
Now
going.
we have dead air. I need some help here. Hey, Taji. I have my own mic.
That's amazing television. To be clear, Viceland, I'm dropping you because that should be your entire channel. All night, every night, just a rotating cast of PAs and crew members trying out bits. Worked for us, we got an Emmy. Finally, I'm going to add Patriots fan Jim for doing something I've always wanted to do to Roger Goodell. Flip him off in a picture. Check that out, right in his face. Yeah, upon seeing this, Goodell suspended him for 4 games. And by him, I obviously mean Tom Brady, because there's no rules in a witch hunt. And I'm going to drop the hacker who got into the NFL's Twitter account yesterday and tweeted that Roger Goodell was dead, and then quickly tweeted that it was a joke. Goodell knew something was up when the daily batch of "you're dead" texts had a question mark instead of an exclamation point. That's it for ad drop. Oh, this is going well. Coming up, we shout out Aaron Rodgers and crown our Garbage Time Hero of the Week. We'll be right back. Welcome back to time, guys. Running out of time in the show, but there's some stuff we didn't cover. So before we go, some shout-outs. Shout out to pre-taping because we did the entire show not knowing who won the Cavs-Warriors game. So congrats to the Warriors for winning Game 3, or congrats to the Cavs for prolonging the inevitable. Shout out to Maria Sharapova, who faces a 2-year suspension for a positive drug test. When she heard the news, she screamed so loud it was like she was hitting one forehand. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers for cutting dairy out of his diet. Unfortunately, that means he'll no longer be able to eat his fans' heads. Yeah, that feels like the joke that we should probably end this on. Man, I nailed this show. I worked really hard. Shout out to our Garbage Time Hero of the Week. This week, it's this guy. Somebody else sub in for me?
Oh, me? I make a joke here about the video, right? Okay, if I wanted to watch a dirty baseball player, I just watched the 1919 World Series again. Am I right? Crushed it. Okay, that's all for this week. Next week on Garbage Time, Marshawn Lynch unretires, Steph Curry skips Olympics basketball, but he does play Olympic badminton, and now you see me 3? Thanks to Katie Nolan for hosting and getting us way ahead, and for me closing it out and nailing that basically uncontested joke. Have a great week, guys. Here's more Garbage.
My name is Garrett. My editor owns a ferret. I got it wrong. We have no integrity on the show. We
Bring
don't
it
care
up.
if you cheat.
Let's do it. Yeah,
Here we go.
It's like deflating footballs. It's fun.
Okay, sir.